und guten Morgen, ich bin's mal wieder, Daniel. Und wir haben Montagmorgen, 10 Uhr. Normalerweise habe ich mir eigentlich gedacht, ich stream doch lieber immer am Abend jetzt. Aber heute nicht das Mikrofon anschauen. Aber heute spielen wir Stanley Parable. Ein Spiel von, ich habe es mir mal aufgemacht. Wir hatten das rausgebracht. Also, es kam 2013 raus. Publisher ist Galactic Cafe. Ein Spiel, Stanley Parable, kam ursprünglich 2013 raus und ist dann kam eben nur auf dem PC raus. Und ich habe von dem Spiel gehört, weiß letztes oder vorletztes Jahr, als einer das mal gespielt hatte und fand es ziemlich interessant. Also mich hat es dann ein bisschen geärgert, dass ich keinen PC habe, aber jetzt kam eben vor ganz kurzem die Ultra Deluxe Edition raus auf Konsole und ich habe es hier und ich habe einmal schon mal reingeschaut, kommt wir schon mal rüber und dann das ein bisschen höher machen. So. Na, gehst du höher oder was? So. Jo. Okay, jetzt müssen wir mal gucken, ob das funktioniert mit dem Chat. Also, Stanley Parable kam eben 2013 raus. Jetzt vor ein paar Wochen wurde es nochmal re-released. Ich hoffe, es passt, wo ich jetzt hier bin. Und wir können uns dem Spiel einfach mal widmen. Ich mache es einfach mal an. Ich habe, wie gesagt, schon einmal gespielt. Hab's dann innerhalb von 10 Minuten, irgendwie so eine Viertelstunde, habe ich es durchgespielt. Also dann hat es wieder von vorne angefangen. Es war ein bisschen, ja, aber es ist wohl so, dass man mehrere Enden hat, die man freispielen kann. Und ich habe es nochmal komplett jetzt neu gestartet und jetzt schauen wir mal. Geschrieben von Dave Raren. Bitte gib die aktuelle Zeit ein. Okay, es ist 10 Uhr und 2 Minuten. Ah, deine Lieblingsuhrzeit. Aha. Ist es so? Oder konntest du einfach nicht anders, als mir wieder die korrekte Zeit zu geben? Ich weiß ja schließlich, wie gern du die korrekte Uhrzeit einstellst. Okay, jetzt interessiert mich, wie präzise 10 Uhr 2 PM. Oh, ist es PM? Benutzen wir einen weiteren Regler, um ihn rauszufinden. PM. Schon ziemlich... passt schon. Weißt du, du solltest wissen, dass ich ungeachtet der Präzision der Uhrzeit großen Spaß am Anpassen dieser Einstellung habe. Ich habe das Gefühl, mehr über dich zu erfahren und darüber, wie du Einstellungen vornimmst. Es ist gut, Daten zu sammeln. Ich wünsche, wir hätten mehr Regler, aber wir sind alle Regler durchgegangen, die ich habe. Vielleicht kann ich ein paar neue Slider erfinden, um Daten über dich zu sammeln. Ich packe mich mal da runter. Sollte nicht zu schwer sein. Ja, lass mich mal ein paar neue auftreiben. Sollte fertig sein, wenn du das nächste Mal das Spiel startest. Okay. Cool. Genau so ist das eben. Okay, also was ziemlich cool ist schon mal. Was ich sehr geil finde. Wir haben hier einen Monitor im Monitor im Monitor im Monitor. Eine ziemlich coole Geschichte. Einstellungen ist noch alles richtig eingestellt. Okay. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, the end is never the end. Okay. And is loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Wo packe ich mich denn am besten hin? Darunter, oder? Das ist, glaube ich, ganz gut. Okay. Yeah. Also. Hat jemand Severance gesehen? Mega geil, ja. Mega geile Serie. Wir können gehen. Wir können nicht springen. Wenn ich eine Taste drücke, dann ist immer dieses, als ob ich ein Keyboard dabei habe. Wir können uns ducken. I hate Mondays. But sorry. Okay, kann ich hier noch was machen? Nein. Also wie gesagt, es gibt mehrere Enden. Jetzt habe ich die Uhrzeit ja gestellt, aber die stimmt hier überhaupt nicht auf dem Ding. Es ist nämlich hier 20 nach 11.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me.
Yeah.
Nothing will break me.
Yeah.
In here I can be happy forever.
That's
I will
good.
be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Okay, Noise. Geil. Schon wieder geschafft. Und so haben wir ein weiteres Ende. So, und das kann man einfach, das kannst du jetzt ungefähr 100 Mal machen. 4 to 8.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Yeah.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. Ja.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes,
Oh, nee,
almost
50?
certainly
Okay.
50 clicks.
Okay.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be
Yeah.
a true reward for
Yeah.
valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417, okay. Where's 417? We have to look for 417. Oh. Hello.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay. 437, 437, 43. Oh.
Excellent. I think we're getting
Yeah.
somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10
415.
clicks or so.
Yeah. 415. What did he say? Huh? Okay. New content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
415 or 111.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Who is
Feeling a wave of
415?
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Oh,
Coming to a
I messed
staircase,
it up.
Stanley
I
walked
messed it up.
upstairs to his boss's
I
office.
messed it up. Okay. Gut, dann müssen wir einfach mal schauen. Gibt es nämlich hier so ein Badezimmer. Jetzt habe ich das eine Ende, wo jetzt... Müssen wir gleich nochmal probieren. Okay, das ist nämlich der normale Weg jetzt. Bin ich gegangen. Ah, ich kann wieder zurückgehen. Cool. Hey. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Nice paintings. Ja. Schönes großes Badezimmer. Ich kann mich gar nicht im Spiegel sehen. Hat irgendjemand kaputt gemacht, den Spiegel. Was haben wir denn hier? Extreme Bathrooms. Kann ich hier irgendwie drauf? Auf die Toilette? Ich möchte auf die Toilette. Hm. Ne? Ne. Hm. Okay. Hallo? Oh, ein Telefonbuch. Richtig dick. Geil. The Bridge. Ne, The Beige Pages. Okay, die beigen Seiten. Oh, der sieht gemütlich aus. So einen hätte ich hier gerne. Aha. Okay. So. Probieren wir mal was.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Haha. Haha. Die geht immer nach außen auf. Wer macht denn Türen, die nach außen aufgehen? Und jetzt? Können wir immer noch die Tür 1415 suchen? Das wäre nämlich mega cool. Broom Closet. Das wäre nämlich mega cool. 415. 411, 412, 413. Oh, jetzt ist der wieder offen. Schau mal. 415. Soll ich da dran klopfen? Ja. Okay, was muss ich jetzt machen? Hä? Die war... Leute, die war vorher nicht offen, oder? Oh. You are now leaving. ist ein schöner Screenshot, oder? Okay, aber wohin lief ich? Escape Pod Bay, Floor 760. Ich bin... Was? Okay. 432. Raumnummer 432. Hallo? Kann ich hier mit dem Aufzug fahren? Nein. Oh, oh Gott, ist hier dunkel. Ich hoffe, man sieht... da irgendwas. 432 nochmal? Hä? Aber okay, das ist... Jetzt... Schauen wir hier nochmal. Okay, 400, bin wieder ein Stockwerk nach oben, aber hier ist auch wieder 432. Wenn... Was ist, wenn dieses ganze Bürogebäude, das gibt es gar nicht, es ist kein Bürogebäude, es ist wirklich nur ein Experimentiergebäude, auf jedem Stockwerk gibt es so etwas wie so ein Stanley und das ist einfach bloß ein riesen Experiment, wo wie so eine Ratte. Okay, da gehen wir mal hoch. Ich habe übrigens auch keine Taschenlampe oder sowas. Das wäre natürlich noch mega gut. Weil, 432. Oh, ich muss auf 760 muss ich hochgehen. Ja. 432, ja. Was haben wir hier? 458. 758, okay. 459, ja. Wieder das gleiche, ja. Ich sag euch. Das ist wahrscheinlich ein Riesengebäude. Hey, oh, da. Ah. Escape Pod Lounge Bay. Cool. Was? Entering the escape pod will initiate a relay that once triggered can not be disabled or paused. Okay. Of the narrator must be present in order. Escape, blah blah blah. Out. Huh. Okay. So. Schauen wir mal hier nochmal schnell für einen Screenshot. Escape. Aha. Dann. Oh. Könnt ihr hier was sehen? Ah ja, ihr könnt da was sehen. Das ist gut. Jetzt schaue ich mal auf dem anderen Monitor da drüben. Das ist nämlich ein langer Gang. Jetzt. Ein langer Gang mit Teppich gefüllt, oder? Ja. Hä? Ich habe nichts gemacht. Und das war's Ende. Okay, Uhrzeit ist 20 nach 11 wieder. Also wir sind irgendwie in einem Time Loop gefangen. Jetzt ist die Türe zu. Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. We go to the meeting room. That's okay. New Content, das machen wir das nächste Mal vielleicht oder so. Ich möchte das mit den
Stanley
Türen
came to
nochmal
a set
machen.
of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Genau. Ich gehe jetzt mal den Weg, den ich das erste Mal, als ich das Spiel
Yet
jetzt
there was
gespielt
not a
habe.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Ich habe mir den Code schon aufgeschrieben gehabt.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Das Witzige ist, der Erzähler, der reagiert auch drauf, wenn ich jetzt Sachen anders mache, als er jetzt so möchte. Oder mal immer auf dem, weil es irgendwie sehe ich dort mehr als hier. Ah, jetzt bin ich lost. Oder was? Oh nein. Hallo? Oh nein. Da geht's raus. Oh Gott. Oh Gott. Ja, aber also für mich ist nämlich das Bild wahnsinnig dunkel hier auf meinem Monitor. Gefällt mir.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Was ist das hier eigentlich? Wir hatten da was drauf gekritzelt. Einfach so auf dem Boden. Und hier.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, oder Eskappe. Aber wir waren gerade in einem Eskappe. Ich zeige Ihnen jetzt mal die... hier mal.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find... Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. and you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that
Toll.
enhances your perception of the value of these
Yeah.
updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Oh, yeah.
Always more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear
oder?
it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Dankeschön.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Dankeschön.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
You did it. I did it.
2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be
Nein, das
a
ist
bug,
cool.
but now it's an ending.
Das ist
Now
mega
it's an
cool.
ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Hallo,
Good job,
5-mal hast du schon gesungen.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Okay, und? Und wir fangen wieder von vorne an. Noch ein Ende geschafft. Okay, cool. Ach ja, wie geil. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Jetzt gehen wir nochmal
Stanley
schnell den Weg.
decided
Jetzt
to go
ist,
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
wenigstens-
simply missed a memo.
ja. Halt. I hate Mondays. So, eine Sache weiß ich. Es gibt diesen Monitor und dann muss man immer neu laden. Ne? Ja, hopp. Ah, und dann muss ich nämlich zack und erneut beginnen. Und dann muss ich immer wieder diesen Monitor finden. Glaube ich, oder diesen Monitor einfach 5-mal so aktivieren. Also übrigens Akai. Ist gekauft wegen der Farbe, weil ich lila halt mega geil finde.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, das ist nämlich da. Okay, ja, das machen wir nämlich. Genau, das habe ich am Wochenende, glaube ich, irgendwo gesehen. Und gesagt habe, dass
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wahrscheinlich gibt es auch noch irgendwas. Manche Monitore sind ja an. Und manche,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
gehen wir mal da
doors,
rein.
he entered
Ich
the
hoffe
door
mal,
on
dass
his
es da
left.
geht, da lang geht.
Yet there was not a single
Ja.
person here
Hier ist
either.
niemand.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Shit.
boss's
Ich
office.
glaube, jetzt haben wir das Ende schon wieder vermasselt. Da ist ein Computer. Ah. Okay. Noch 2 müssen wir finden. Geil. Geil. Kennt einer von euch das? Eigentlich? Ne?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing? No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Input received. Und wetten, das letzte ist bei mir. Endlich habe ich... Aha! Endlich! Mein Computer geht wieder. Oh. Oh. Welcome to heaven. Das ist aber schön. Ja, und... Okay, ich habe einen ausgeschaltet. Schalten wir einfach mal alle aus, oder? Jetzt muss ich eine ganze Reihe ausschalten. Schauen wir mal, was passiert, wenn ich die ganze Reihe ausschalte. Hab ich einen vergessen. Schön lila nennen. Hallo? Oh Gott. Die gehen wieder an. Hallo? Was geht denn jetzt eigentlich ab? Jetzt gehen sie wieder an. Okay. Vielleicht... Okay. Blau, grün, grün. Hallo? Hallo? Was muss ich machen? Okay, erneut beginnen. Shit! Was war denn das für ein Ende? Und jetzt ist mir gerade was aufgefallen. Ich konnte auf den einen Schreibtisch drauf. Kann ich den hier auch? Ach nee. Immer noch. Pass mal auf. Das sind ja lilane. Das sind ja lilane. Jetzt probieren wir nochmal 5 lilane zu machen. Naja. 5 lilane. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bringt nix. Ich möchte hier raus. Mist. Was ist das? Das ist nicht Heaven, das ist Hell. Alter. Was geht da ab? Immer noch? Also wie gesagt, ich habe ja hier...
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Wir konnten ja hier auf einen Schreibtisch irgendwie drauf.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Genau, genau, auf den konnte ich drauf. Okay, und jetzt? Telefon. Hä? Cool. Also.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Kann ich
So,
hier weiter?
now
Nee,
that
ich
you're
kann hier
here,
nicht
what do you
weiter.
think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink
Ich
it all
kann hier
in?
nicht weiter. Das ist jetzt nicht so
Okay,
funny.
I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Hast du diesen Witz satt?
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley,
Nein.
who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You
Was?
too will become quite unbearable.
Hallo? Oh Gott. Neu beginnen. Okay. Haben wir jetzt schon das normale Ende gemacht? Ich glaube, das haben wir noch gar nicht geschafft. Ich bin runtergefallen. Ja, ich bin runtergefallen. Das ist jetzt immer noch awaiting input, okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo?
haben
He
wir
could
ja
no
schon
longer
gehört.
recall.
Server Name Access. Jetzt ist das auch noch irgendwas.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here.
Hier, das ist auch mega geil, was hier so steht.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What do people want? Things. Money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Das ist so geil. Oh Mann. Fuck. What is hot? Target demographic teenagers. Profits. Stripes requires more secondary research. This is number of slides in the slide. Charts, slices. Da müsst ihr euch mal, wenn ihr das habt, das Spiel, da müsst ihr euch da mal echt, das ist, da kann man
Coming to a
sich
staircase, Stanley
stundenlang.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Achso, was haben wir jetzt hier?
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take.
5.
He felt Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as
Und
possible.
ihr könnt
He
das Lied
didn't even
anhören.
have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Bin wieder da. Bin wieder da. Dann wollen wir mal weiter. Und das erste Ende, das ich gemacht hatte. Na, zack, zack, zack. Dann fährt man nämlich mit dem Aufzug hier runter. Hopp. Junk. Bzzz. Und
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
yep. We go into base. Wir drücken den großen Knopf.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Okay.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Who
Stanley
knows?
thought to
What
himself.
horrible
Did he have the
secrets?
strength to find out?
Yeah, we have the strength to find out. Und bam.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Guck mal, der ist
Each
kaputt.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
Foto
nothing.
7, da sind wir. Hier. Und wir sitzen nicht an unserem Platz. Sowas. Also da geht's lang. Holen wir uns hier den Aufzug und dann können
This
wir nämlich...
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Das ist
Was
halt,
this the only reason he was
Severance
happy
hat
with
sich
his
da
boring
so
job? That his
bedient bei dem
emotions had
Spiel.
been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Nein, das
Never.
kann nicht
It was
sein.
unthinkable. Wasn't
Das
it?
kann gar nicht
Was it
sein.
even possible?
Nein.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay. So.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Ah, okay. So. Da fällt mal so. Gut, jetzt sehe ich nämlich hier auch mehr. Offline, offline. Und dann bin ich nämlich... Ich habe noch nie dieses mit den Knöpfen gemacht. Weil wir wollen nämlich dieses Mistding ausschalten.
And when at
Wir wollen
last he
es.
found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
No. Ende. Das ist quasi, würde ich jetzt mal sagen, das gute
Blackness.
Ende.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Yay.
Unshackled himself from someone else's
Oh,
command.
wie schön.
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley
Schön gemacht mit dem
reflected on
Licht.
how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Keine Ahnung.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Ja. We are happy. That's good. Cool. Das war quasi das gute Ende. Und jetzt möchte ich eigentlich sehr gerne... Ach nee, wir machen nochmal das mit der Türe.
A soft wind blew. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the
Yeah.
achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Ja.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true
Nicht.
effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do.
Okay.
Yes,
Vielleicht
almost
50 Mal.
certainly
Ja.
50
Machen wir
clicks.
10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Und nochmal 10.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Was ist das? The end is never the end. The end is... das ist ein bisschen creepy jetzt. Ist das, weil ich die ganzen... Was? 417? Okay. Ist auf den anderen? Guck mal. Oh. 417, 417. Shit. 5. Der hat keine Nummer.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
413, 412, 411. Oh nö. Habe ich jetzt wieder
Yet there was
vermasselt?
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
417.
up to his
Bin ich
boss's
jetzt echt?
office, hoping he might find an...
Mist. Schon wieder verkackt. Schon wieder verkackt, echt. Ja, jetzt interessiert mich gerade... dass
All of
hier
his
mit dem-
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Warum
memo.
ist das jetzt?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Measly
Now,
5
suppose
clicks.
you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Ja, hoffentlich verkacke ich es jetzt diesmal nicht wieder.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, 417. Da ist es nicht. Das mit den Computern möchte ich das als nächstes machen nochmal. 417, 420. Wer hat denn diese Nummern eigentlich an die Türen gemacht, Leute? Wie wahr sein? 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437, das war wieder da vorne. 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
Ja, super.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. 7, New Content. Ah, da.
Now, back to door number 437.
So, tolles Bürogebäude. Yep.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Copy. Okay.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Das kann doch nicht wahr sein.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Ach, da kann ich hoch.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Yay, ich fühle es auch. 41. Ja, wo ist 416? 415, 417. 426. Ja, wo ist er jetzt das Design? Du Arschloch. 7429 416. Ja, wo soll es denn sein? Sieben. Mein Gott. Wer hatte 415?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
416. 413. 12, 411. Wir sind vorbeigegangen, oder? Jetzt geht's nur noch bergab. Wo ist 416, Alter?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
416.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
416. Was ist da? Ah. Ach shit. Wieso habe ich diese Tür nicht gefunden? Kann mir das mal einer sagen? Ich möchte nicht da wieder in das Bosses Office. Money. Da ändert sich nix. So, da haben wir hier einen Aufzug. Der aber nirgendwo hinführt, das weiß ich auch noch. Das habe ich nicht auch noch probiert. Und weiter nach oben. Da kommt bloß coole Musik. Das geht jetzt stundenlang. Ja, das würde jetzt stundenlang gehen. Und man kommt mit dem Aufzug nirgendwo hin.
Okay, I think we all...
So, jetzt kommen wir wieder zurück. Halt. Kann ich jetzt echt ins Badezimmer? Da irgendwie hochklettern? Nein, kann ich nicht, kann ich nicht. Ah, Mann. Sag mal, was ist denn das? Hä? Das ist... Okay, wir gehen da mal rein. Hallo? Seht ihr das? Kann doch hier irgendwie... Ist das ein Fehler? Ah, und da blinkt es immer so raus. Da. Oh. Ah. Hier, okay. Ist das nur ein Grafikfehler, oder? Ich kann nicht reinkriechen. So. Und dann geht's rund. Dann komisch. Komisch ist das. Jetzt komme ich aber zur Tür 416 zurück. 416, 416, 416, 416, 411, 412, 413. Da ist es voll logisch. Okay. Da waren wir auch noch nicht drin, ne? So, 415, 416.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine do that one again!
Yeah! We do it! We do it! The copy machine!
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Okay.
Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Was habe ich mir dabei bloß gedacht, hä? Okay. Machen wir jetzt noch die Sache hier. Alle Computer ausmachen und dann starten wir nochmal neu. Waren das hier alle Computer? Echt? Ja, das ist hier nix, da ist nix, da ist nix, da ist nix. Hier sind wir rausgegangen, okay. La, da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Ach so, und jetzt habe ich ja hier auch noch eine Sache. War der Computer bei der Sprechstundenhilfe da oben an? Schauen wir mal. Nö, der war sowieso nicht an. Okay. Jetzt sollen wir mal runterschauen. Nächstes Mal gehe ich dann nochmal da runter in die Parkgarage. Auch eine sehr interessante Parkgarage. Mit einem Parkplatz. Genau, haben wir das. Und wir haben jetzt noch, Moment, eine Sache habe ich ja auch noch, weil nämlich da wieder das hier offen ist. Ah, tschüss. Das hatten wir doch schon, oder? You are now leaving. Okay, nein, das brauchen wir nicht nochmal. Also. Da komme ich in den Himmel.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. So, und da aus. Den machen wir aus. Und was für ein Es ist anders. Es ist anders. So, das ist doch anders jetzt. 415. Hier war ich noch nie. Das ist aber anders. Der blaue Gang war vorher nicht hier. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nee, wir gehen jetzt mal ins Rechte. Aber,
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hier ist noch ein Computer drin. Hallo. Den muss ich ausmachen. Was für schöne... Aber das mit dem blauen Gang, das irritiert mich.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah ja, 411, genau, das kommt uns bekannt vor. Und dann kommen wir da wieder zum Dings. Jo, aber wir wollen mit dem dicken Ding hier nach oben fahren. Ne?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Ja, okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Da komme ich her, okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Bleibt ja nichts anderes übrig.
No, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, anders kann ich jetzt gar nicht, ja? Sag mal, was macht ein Auto denn hier unten? Jetzt, wie kommt ein Auto hier hin? Komisch. Da war ich gerade hier, konnte ich noch nach oben. Oder? Kann ich hier irgendwie drauf? Es sind so viele Geheimnisse in dem Spiel. Oh. Okay. Ah. Bin ich im großen Saal? Und ist das... Ja. Guck mal.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Okay.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Hey, mein Heaven Ending ist weg.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Aus. Wieso lasst ihr immer die Rechner an, Jungs? Kostet doch alles den guten Strom von unserem Boss. So, der ist jetzt aus. Der hier war es noch. Okay. Ich würde gerne wieder dieses eine Ding haben. Waren hier vorher auch? Ja, aber seht mal, genau. Jetzt ist nämlich wieder so, wie es vorher war. Zack, zack, zack. Kein blauer Gang. Wie haben wir den blauen Gang hinbekommen? Das würde ich gerne mal wissen.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything?
Nein,
when we were
ich habe
back in
nichts
that
gemacht.
room with all the monitors?
Nein.
Did you move the story somewhere?
Nein,
or
nein, ich...
Hold on.
Nein, ich stand
Well, I'm
nur da.
asking you. I'm the one who wrote the story.
Ja.
It was right here just a minute ago.
You're the
I'm
narrator.
sure that it's here somewhere.
Author of the story.
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. So. Also da kann ich da und da. Okay. Dann kann ich... Mein Gott.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Nein,
Well, I find it
brauchen wir
unlikely
nicht.
that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Wie habe ich den blauen Gang hinbekommen? Okay. Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Das sind so die Arschplätze hier, hä? In dem großen Office. Wir haben wenigstens ein Einzelbüro gehabt. Also letztendlich waren wir schon was Besonderes.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yep.
I might be remembering this
Du
wrong.
kannst mir vielleicht
It's
den...
possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Was steht denn da? Oh, eigentlich musst du ausklappen. Was steht denn da hier? Hm? 4b6. Das ist ja wirklich...
Aha!
Aha.
I knew we'd miss something.
Yeah.
The story. Here it comes.
Hä?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the
wa-
other
wa-
way
was?
and retrace our steps.
Ich dachte, ich habe den blauen Gang wieder gefunden. Was ist denn jetzt? Was? Hä? Oh. Schimmel.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Du Sch-
Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be
Waiting
doing,
room.
how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Ich hänge fest,
I
aber-
have to restart.
Nein. Nicht mich restarten. Hä? Okay. Jetzt gehe ich noch ganz kurz. bin ich, da bin ich, da bin ich, da bin ich. Ba, 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 ba. Ah. Das ist das Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Okay.
All right, I've got a solution.
Okay.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Cool.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ja. Follow a line. Hallo, das stimmt aber nicht. Aber geil. Kann ich den ausschalten? Kann ich nicht ausschalten. Nee. Okay. Gut. Das sieht mir aber jetzt nicht so aus, als ob das...
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Guck mal,
That
wie
got a bit
witzig da die
weird back
Blätter
there.
verschwinden.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ich muss die mal leiser machen. Das ist ja Wahnsinn. Shit. Was geht jetzt hier ab? Ach gut, er hat 2 Fenster. 480? Oh, 480. Okay. Was sind hier lang? 89. Was? Das ist da wieder offen. Da war doch gerade zu. Das ist ja wirklich total irre. 85, 84. 82. 480. Ach du Scheiße, jetzt sind wir so ein Kreislauf. Hä? Hilfe! Ah, da. Brrrt. Brrrt. Ui. Und was denn? 011. 007. 007. Cool. 06. Oh, 006 hat ein schönes Office. Was ein Durchgangsoffice ist. Jetzt wird's aber... Hä? Warum wackelt die Lampe? Die Musik ist ja wirklich furchtbar. Corporate imbalances, monthly ledgers, annual reviews, conservation, department accounts. Da noch. Ah ja. Also irgendwas stimmt doch hier nicht.
Cut the music.
Ja,
Go
bitte.
back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Ach,
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
der verarscht mich doch. Du verarschst mich doch, Alter. Okay, gut, wunderbar. Dankeschön. Jetzt bitte nicht die Musik wieder einschalten. Die war echt Horror.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Sag mal, was geht jetzt hier ab?
Oh,
no,
not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Ich will aber... Oh Gott, ist die schon wieder da? Und mein Heaven-Ende ist weg.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Was für eine Direction? Was für eine Direction? Oh. New
Now,
Terra.
Yes, this
Nice.
is
Ja,
exciting. Just
super.
me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Das geht doch gar nicht, was ich hier mache.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Kann ich jetzt wieder ganz zurückgehen? Das ist doch ein Impossible Room, oder? Geht doch gar nicht so. Ja, ich kann also wieder zurück. Okay. Jetzt wollen wir mal gucken. Was ist jetzt mit dieser Linie da? Oh Gott, oh Gott. Bzz, bzz. Wo kommt die denn her? Ah, die hat sich nur versteckt oben drin. Komisch. Wer malt so eine Linie? Hey, Linie. Jetzt ist sie weg. Gut. Das kann doch nicht wahr sein. Was sind das für Räume? Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Aha. Was? Die führen beide in die gleiche... Was?
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Büro sind Sackgasse umdrehen, nach Sackgasse vorfinden,
Determined?
in einem anderen
So
Gebäude
now, according to
landen.
the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written
Okay,
here
das
on
haben wir
this
gemacht.
thing.
wall.
Dritter Neustart, Abenteuer,
Well,
allein, Nonsens,
who consulted
Philosophie,
me?
Musik, genau.
Why don't I get to
Vierter
decide?
Neustart, Abenteuer,
Why
ein bisschen
don't I
unbedingt.
get to
Bereich,
say
Linie
all
wiederfinden,
this?
Ablaufplan,
Is it really?
Verwirrungsende finden.
No, it
Erzählerstand
can't
des
be.
Spiel neu, fünfter
I don't want it
Neustart.
to be.
Erzähler
I
erinnert
don't
sich
want
an
the game to keep
nicht an
restarting.
bisherige
I don't want to
Neustarts.
forget what's going
Versucht
on.
die Story zu
I don't
spielen,
wanna
dann wird
be
er
trapped like
verhindert,
this.
unfähig
I won't
irgendwo hinzugehen
restart
oder
the game.
irgendwas
I won't
zu tun. Das
do
Spiel
it. I
startet sich
won't
selbst
do
neu.
it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean
Sechster
did we do
Neustart.
it? Did we break the cycle?
Also ich muss jetzt als nächstes
Whatever it
die
is that
Story
made this
spielen.
schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Und dann die
Will
Linie
something
wiederfinden, Anfang der Linie folgen.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is
Buchhandlung
about the
finden,
journey
gelangweilt
and
werden,
not the
gehen,
destination.
Erzählerstand, Spiel
So
neu,
I hope
Erzähler ist
that's where we
verschwunden,
are
lange Zeit
right
später,
now.
Stanley
We'll
stirbt.
find out, won't we? Eventually.
Ja.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Hallo? Hallo? Was war das? Da. Da ist er wieder, mein Engel. Hä? Da.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Was ist das? Okay. Versuche jetzt die Story zu spielen, hat er gesagt. Jetzt schauen wir mal, ob es funktioniert. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Ich möchte die Story noch
When
mal.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, Dankeschön.
Here's the door, just go.
Ah, jetzt sehe ich hier auch mal was. Das ist ein Dach. Okay. Cool. Jetzt mache ich... Jetzt gehe ich mal runter. Und... Der Aufzug geht ja kaputt. Wenn ich jetzt rausgehe, geht der Aufzug kaputt. Ich komme dann wahrscheinlich noch. Gut. Dann...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yep, wir haben die Strength. Wir haben die Strength to find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
Only
nature
half an
revealed.
hour left.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Komm.
Stanley, one
hoch.
of them,
Okay.
eternally monitored in this place where
Ich sehe schon, wir
freedom
müssen
meant nothing.
morgen nochmal einen Stream machen mit, das ist ja wirklich ein langes Spiel. Ich hätte echt gedacht, ich habe es ja bloß einmal kurz hier, ja. Ich habe es ja einmal eben kurz gespielt, da bin ich ja auch hier rein und habe genau dem gefolgt und dann das nächste Mal nochmal gefolgt und habe eine kleine andere Sache gemacht. Aber letztendlich fand ich es irgendwie, ja, aber das ist ja größer, als man denkt.
He couldn't accept
Ja.
it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof,
Okay.
the heart of the operation. Controls
Was haben wir
labeled with
denn da?
emotions.
1,
Happy or
2.
sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
1,
over
2,
another
3.
human life.
1,
For
2,
he
3,
would
4,
dismantle
5,
the
okay.
controls once and for all.
Aber wir machen es nämlich jetzt genau anders. Wir sagen, wir starten die Maschine. Und vielleicht kann man ja dann irgendwas anderes machen.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the
Yep.
machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yep.
Control?
Das wollen wir.
Stanley,
Wir wollen Kontrolle.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your
Ach, da
time
kann ich
to
sogar einfach
shine.
rausgehen.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Nehmen wir
But what precious
1,
moments each one of them is. More time to talk about
2.
you, about me, where we're going.
Wo waren 3? 3 war da
I
hinten.
barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events
die
has
machen
been
nix.
rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even
2.
better.
Ach so.
My goodness,
Muss ich
only
jetzt
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Guck mal, da sind Zahlen
Dear
drauf.
me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
Da
what you're
sind
supposed to be
Zahlen
doing
drauf.
right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this
So,
room was
9.
capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
Oh.
anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Da ist ja überhaupt nichts.
Stanley,
Ach du
you're in for
Scheiße.
quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Da oben kann man auch noch
This is not a
hinschauen.
challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let
Press
it go
any
peacefully?
key to send.
Another choice.
Oh.
Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in.
Oh,
until
oh,
the
es wird
moment
immer
I say,
schlimmer, es wird
"Have
immer
a
schlimmer,
go."
wie es rumwackelt. Bom. Okay. Hier. Haben wir jetzt da schon alles gemacht? Ach nee, ich bin noch nicht in den Escape-Room gegangen. Das könnte ich noch machen. Genau. Also.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Was? Was habe ich gemacht, als es... Jetzt sind wir noch einmal da.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Was? Hier ist ganz viel. Schau mal, hier ist ein Schraubschlüssel, hier ist ein bisschen Draht.
There was nothing here. No choice to make,
Doch.
no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Der ist nicht...
No reason to still be here.
Hier, ich möchte ein bisschen wischen. Kann ich hier irgendwas? Hallo?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is,
Yeah.
he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA? Fuck, was ist das denn FA?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yep.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yep.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Mir gefällt's hier, Alter. So. Du.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Ich
I
finde
never
es
would
gerade
have thought
sehr...
to mention it.
Ich finde, dass es gerade sehr relevant ist für die Story, weil es mich für meine Story ist. Ist ja
Maybe
mein
to
Spiel.
you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, cool.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now.
Was?
You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system
Okay.
and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, The responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Okay.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming.
Wieso spricht er
So
immer
that the
von
irony
Human von
and
mir?
insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
Nicht vielleicht auf
Alright,
irgendeinem
when you've done
Raumschiff?
that, just step out into the hallway.
Das könnte natürlich sein, dass ich auf irgendeinem Raumschiff gefangen bin und es sind Außerirdische, die machen mit mir Experimente. Das wäre eine gute Erklärung eigentlich für mich. Und? Passiert hier noch was?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh. Ja, richtig. Na gut.
You too?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay. Ich bin Spieler Nummer 2 und ich hab aber... war's das? Okay. Naja.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Da oben
boss's
waren wir ja
office.
schon. Wir gehen jetzt mal runter. Weil... Parkplatz Nummer 12. Guck mal.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the
No
possibility of
parking.
facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
Wie kommt
And as
das Auto
Stanley
hier
pondered
runter?
this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
Ist das hier
His
vielleicht ein
co-workers weren't
Aufzug oder
actually
sowas?
gone. He
Wie
wasn't
kommt das
going to lose
Auto
his
hier
job.
runter?
He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go
Ist aber
back
anders
to my
jetzt.
boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Oh, ja.
And it too appeared. It was so much
Oh, wie
fun.
cool.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Yay!
One he was amazed
What a-
he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Ja.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I'm
Now the voice
floating.
was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he
Scheiße.
thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove
Aufwachen.
that he was in
Ich muss
control,
aufwachen.
that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
1, 2, B,
and he
4.
invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Oh ja.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Oh
I'm
ja.
through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Sind wir jetzt halt wirklich zu
Let me
Hause?
continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's
Oder
all
sind
I
wir an
want.
unserem, wir sind an unserem
I want my
Arbeitsplatz vielleicht
apartment
eingeschlafen?
and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Das kann sein.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Ja,
I am okay.
okay. Wache ich jetzt an meinem Schreibtisch auf? Fuck.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Exit.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Das war jetzt der Weg nach unten.
This is the
ne?
story of a woman named Mariella.
Was? Oh.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and
Sind wir
screaming
jetzt
to
echt...
himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she
Alter.
knew. Everyone knows what crazy
Haben wir-
people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Waren wir
I know what is
in der,
real
in
and
der
what isn't.
Irrenanstalt?
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Ist das...
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Sind wir bloß in der Irrenanstalt und haben uns jetzt umgebracht? Oh fuck, the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, okay? Gut, wir sind wieder in unserem Office. Scheiße. Und das ist wieder... Shit.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it?
Hä?
Is this Stanley's office?
Was? Das ist doch das gleiche Office. Hä? Das ist doch das gleiche. Da sind wir vorhin durch diese Adventure Line da durchgekommen. Ah, da, guck mal. So. New Content. Okay, ich habe jetzt noch 20 Minuten.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Da bin ich, genau, da komme ich jetzt dann in den Meeting Room. Nach dem Meeting Room komme ich zu dem Treppenhaus. Da war ich jetzt gerade unten und ich war oben schon. Jetzt schauen wir mal, was
This
passiert.
was not the correct
Ja,
way
ja.
to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Dann gehen
well.
wir in den
Perhaps he wanted to
Aufenthaltsraum.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Gehen wir in den Aufenthaltsraum.
Wow. Yes, this room.
Und jetzt.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Da bin ich runtergefahren, gell? Und dann bin ich, ja genau, ich bin da runtergefahren und dann bin ich in den Dings gekommen. Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Geht's noch? Bist du vielleicht mal ein bisschen nett zu mir? Oh. Das sieht aus, als ob ich hier vielleicht irgendwo raus kann. Guck mal. Tasse hingestellt. Number 1. Huh. Oh, Gabelstapler. Penalty for misuse, cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty jumping with cargo, 5,000. Do not jump from a cargo lift while it is in motion. Cause death. Oh, shit!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Das wollte ich
Everyone
nicht.
thinks you are very powerful.
Shit! Okay, nochmal. Das wollte ich nicht. Okay, also wenn ich da runterhüpfe, dann bin ich tot. Okay. Jetzt haben wir noch das Heaven-Ende hier.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Genau.
Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Passiert eigentlich,
admire
wenn man
it.
immer wieder das
The
Vergleichen
lounge
macht.
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
Man
his
müsste
left.
mal jemanden engagieren, der immer wieder den ganzen Tag den gleichen Weg geht. Zum
Stanley was so
Beispiel den
bad at
korrekten
following
Weg.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this
Da jetzt,
time.
kann ich da
There's
jetzt runter?
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
Vielleicht komme ich dann
stop
da
trying to
oben.
make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Hör?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Kann ich da nochmal drauf? Okay. Hallo? Ah, sieht aus hier wie bei Ikea, wenn wir da in der SB-Halle. Okay, schwarz.
That's her, Stanley.
Shit.
You need to be the one to do this.
Was? Hallo? Oh!
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
4-7.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Was?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay. Was geht denn jetzt hier richtig ab? Wirklich ab? Kann ich auch wieder jetzt hier zurück?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Ach du Scheiße. Ist er jetzt irgendwie... Das ist aber eine kleine Wohnung.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Ach du Scheiße. Nein, ich werde das nicht machen. Ich möchte das jetzt nicht machen. Oh, Scheiße.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Das ist mein Schreibtisch.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Bitte drücke Y. Warum? Wozu soll ich jetzt Y drücken?
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Wo ist mein Fernseher?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Okay.
The thought excited him terribly.
Das ist dann wohl das letzte Ende, das wir mit den Jungs, Zeit mit den Jungs zu verbringen. Ja, klar.
So, he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Abendessen vorzubereiten, ja.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Spiel mit einem Baby? So Quatsch. Und deinen Kindern eine Geschichte zu erzählen.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Deine Frau zu sagen, dass du sie liebst, ja, okay.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has
genau das
changed.
Büro.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
Genau
the
mein
more he
Büro.
forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Ja, und ich muss es tun, weil ansonsten passiert nichts. Okay, ich drücke jetzt mal gerade alle anderen, aber man muss es...
Can he just not hear me?
Oh,
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Um nichts zu hinterfragen. Du hast keine Möglichkeit. There's no choice.
In the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Bitte stirb.
Stanley pushed a button.
Alter.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Alter, was ist denn das Krasses? Also der hat uns jetzt quasi klar gemacht, dass wir einfach keine Wahl haben. Egal, was wir machen. Wir haben keine Wahl. Wir werden aus diesem Loop, aus dem Sack nie
All of his
rauskommen.
co-workers were gone.
Ja,
What could it mean?
genau das
Stanley
Gleiche
decided to
wieder.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. The Stanley Parable. Au. Krass. Krass. Ich muss jetzt mal im Schnitt gucken, wie viele Enden ich jetzt da hatte. Aber es ist heftig. Es ist echt heftig. Super geil. Ich dachte erst, ich habe es ja ganz kurz einmal gespielt, ohne Dings, dass es halt da, wie einfach und simpel das Spiel ist. Aber es ist so viel dahinter. Und wir haben jetzt noch nicht mal also ich würde mal sagen, wir haben vielleicht die Hälfte. Keine Ahnung, wie viele Enden es da gibt. Okay, dann wollen wir auf Wiedersehen sagen. Ciao, ciao und bis wahrscheinlich morgen. Wir sehen uns wieder. Stanley Parable. Ciao.